Madam President, I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
Thank you. This bill is an historic, balanced measure, one that allows for limited, well-regulated gaming while paving the way for modernization and increased revenue for tribes and the state of Arizona, both of which have been severely impacted by the pandemic. The agreement continues the huge benefits of tribal gaming and also provides for non-tribal event wagering and expanded gaming while giving due consideration to small rural tribes. It will ultimately benefit our entire state. To date, 20 of the 22 Arizona tribes have approved and ratified the proposed Arizona Tribal Gaming Compact amendments and this legislation. As of December 15th, 2020, there has been more than $1.5 billion in total tribal contributions to this state, cities, towns, and the counties since the original Arizona State Tribal Gaming Compacts were signed. Bottom line, this means jobs and revenue for places that need it most in our state, including for our critical work on missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, for community health centers and substance abuse treatment centers. Sadly, as a body, we have failed to discuss the past benefits and the future benefits to Arizona tribes, reservation communities, and surrounding non-tribal communities. Indeed, we should not prioritize our opinions and political concerns over the work of our tribal nations if we haven't sat down with them and discussed their needs, challenges, and successes. Tribes have the right to conduct gaming on tribal reservation lands. The Indian Gaming Regulatory Act of 1988 was enacted by Congress to regulate the conduct of gaming on Indian lands, including the stipulation that the states negotiate in good faith with the state's Indian tribes. Arizona tribes have also been Indian gaming leaders. Pasquayaquis Casino of the Sun in the Tucson area was the very first of its kind west of the Mississippi when, in 1982, it began entertaining Tucson residents as the Arizona Club, offering only bingo. Nearly 30 years later, Governor Fife Symington and supporters of this Arizona state legislature fought to prevent casino gaming by the state's 22 Indian tribes. The reason given was that the casino gambling on reservations might attract organized crime. Well, this has not come to fruition. Several tribes sued the state for failing to negotiate in good faith. During the litigation, the U.S. Attorney General ordered a raid on Arizona Indian gaming casinos. Federal agents raided 5 tribes in this state. Here, a special legislative session was called to prohibit slot machines and other casino gambling. In contrast, this bill enjoys bipartisan support from Governor Ducey and support from Arizona's tribes. We should not wind the clock back decades when we have plenty of evidence about the success of Arizona tribal gaming and the positive impacts it's had on all of our cities. In 2002, Arizona voters passed Proposition 202, which has guided gaming in Arizona for nearly 20 years. In the November 2002 general election, Arizona voters approved authorizing the continuation of Indian gaming. From December 2002 to January 2003, Governor Hull signed new tribal gaming compacts with 16 tribes. In 2003, Governor Janet Napolitano signed compacts with an additional 5 tribes. Proposition 202 provides Governor Ducey the authority to negotiate compact amendments between the state and participating tribes. In 2018, the United States Supreme Court opened the doors for states to legalize event wagering. In addition, fantasy sports are now widely legalized across the country. This is an area that requires regulation in the state of Arizona. And this bill will help do just that in conjunction with our tribal partners. Part of our duty as legislators who make laws that impact Arizona's Indian country is to consult with the leaders of sovereign tribal nations and our tribal constituents if we will be helping to decide an issue that will impact the future of their people. That is fundamental. We should have equal respect for our fellow elected tribal leaders. Various tribal officials reached out to us. Several reached out to me personally, including those with the Pasquayaqui tribe, who assure me that the Tribal Council voted unanimously for this compact. Whenever we have had questions or concerns about the bill, tribal leaders were always available and always willing to diligently and comprehensively address every single one of our questions. This has been developed after years of negotiation and in the spirit of cooperation and good faith between the state of Arizona and the sovereign tribes, exactly what is called for in our law. No law is ever perfect, and in a negotiated agreement, both sides may walk away disappointed or with an understandable level of unease or nervousness. We should not hold our tribes hostage to get assurances for what we want, when this agreement may do exactly that for the people with the greatest need in the state of Arizona. Regrettably, some of the same arguments that were used against the tribes by Governor Symington decades ago. This is a program and policy prescription that has been carefully negotiated and approved by elected tribal leaders who know best how to serve their people. It is condescending and offensive for any of us to suggest or imply that we know better. This negotiated compact amendments, along with the legislation we consider today, maintains a limited, well-regulated gaming culture in Arizona. This is sound policy, and it is a good start that will provide additional economic opportunity for all of Arizona. The tribes have negotiated in good faith with Governor Ducey, and the success and livelihood of our tribes means success and opportunity for all. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, Senator Steele. And how do you vote?
I vote aye.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator